Am I giving our praise unto Bashima Shabashim Kohakodash? The bonus unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and the honest brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And above everybody are coming out to give it this truth for the grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashim Al Shabashim Kohakodash. Giving our praise unto Bashima Shabashim Kohakodash. It's going to be a relatively quick video based upon this article that you can see here. And this, yeah, man, this is the pride, the feeling, the vibe, okay. The Hebrew Edomite is gonna be pushing now, which is to be ruthless, to be unapologetic, okay, to be the devil that the Bible speaks about, okay. And you know, we've been speaking about these things for a long time. The World War III, the chip. We spoke about that. We've been speaking about these things for a long time. But to see it happening in real time is a beautiful thing, and we're truly blessed to be living in these times. We're truly blessed to be living in the times when these prophecies are going to come to pass. So what do we know from the scriptures, and what prophecies are we waiting for based upon the precepts? We understand from the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, that there's going to be a World War III. We understand from the book of Revelations that there's going to be a World War III. Okay, 2 wars are passing, the third one cometh quickly. And so we look towards the establishment of Yahweh Shai's throne, and we understand that throne wasn't going to be established up until the World War III was going to come. Okay, so we look to the news, we stay circumspect, pursuant to the book of 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. The scripture says, looking for and hasting unto the coming day of Yahweh Shai. And this is these articles like this. These are the confirmations of our faith. These are the confirmations of the things that we've been looking forward to, which is, like I said, the establishment of the throne of David upon the face of the earth, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai Salakia upon the face of the earth, for which, you know, King David is the first ruler underneath Yahweh Shai. So the article says, Trump orders military plan to wipe Iran off of the face of the map. We know from many manuscripts that Esau's written that the tensions within the Middle East was going to be the pivotal instrument in order to establish their order upon the face of the earth. Okay, so we understand that, and we understand the tensions between Amalek and Iran. The Persians was that catalyst towards the World War III. We understand within the end times, according to the scriptures, the devil was going to come down having great wrath because he knoweth he has a short time. And we also understand from the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter or the 16th chapter, in the latter part, the Carmanians are going to remember themselves. Okay, so we must needs take these particular points and put them into real-time points. We must take those things that we've just read and put them into the days that we're living in right now. Carmanians are the Iranians. We understand that from the scriptures, raging in their wrath, meaning to say they're going to revert back to their ancient spirit, right? Xerxes and them, man, they're going to return back to that. I believe those were the Medo-Persians. Yeah, the Medo-Persians. Yeah. So Xerxes and all of them, okay, they're going to return back to that. Remember, Xerxes and all of that, they was ruthless in their endeavors. And now, you know, the Persians are pacified because of the way we live out here within modern day times, and, you know, all of this political correctness and political bullshit, right? But they're going to be forced into a situation where they're going to have to return back to their original mindset, okay? And this is what we're seeing right now. It's a hell of an article, hell of a title to have. You got to think about that. It's a hell of a title to have, with the significance of prophecy being fulfilled. No, let's what's the word I'm looking for? Let's put some validations out there. So what's the points that we need to know? Okay, or rather, what needs to happen before the World War III must come? We understand from the scriptures, before the World War III can take place, the chip must be made mandatory in the time of Jacob's trouble, which we are in. The time of Jacob's trouble must be made manifest across the face of the earth. So we're looking for the CHIP to be made mandatory pursuant to the book of 2nd Revelations, the 13th chapter. When we see this article, we get excited. We look for the throne to be set up, throne of Yahweh Shai, but we look at it with a sober mind, understanding that it must needs get tougher before the throne is established. we raise a glass to these articles and say, yeah, we're in that time, but we also understand that World War III is not going to come to pass up until the chip is made mandatory. So all of these things in mind, what manner of persons are we ought to be, right? What saith the scriptures? Looking for and hasting unto the coming day of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. You know, when the baby is due, okay, you take the woman to the hospital. When the cake is nearly done, you stay attentive in the kitchen. All right, and when the kingdom is at hand, you stay working, you stay diligent, vigilant, being circumspect in all things, being temperate in all things. This ain't the time to be doing too much. It's the time to be on point. It's the time to be, giving all diligence to making our calling the election sure, because you're calling your election is right here. It's right here. Okay, we're in that point, man. We're in the final quarter. Okay, we're in that time. So ain't no time to be, to be messing about with your salvation, so to speak. But again, certain guys are gonna mess about with their salvation and they're gonna lose it, but it was never meant for them in the first place. And that is something to be said. In any event, this is just all rhetoric at the minute. It's just all talk. Okay, it's just all talk at the minute. But it's gonna escalate, like the scripture says. And it's gonna escalate into World War III, because what saith the scriptures within the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. I think it's the 38th chapter. It says Gog and Magog are gonna get dragged into that war. And that's the allegiances that Russia and Iran have, which is all-out World War III. And no, Esau ain't gonna rise up out the ashes of the World War III as the proverbial phoenix. No, that the scripture says, when this kingdom goes down, you're gonna go down. Notwithstanding the elite, they're gonna escape to their bunkers to be the first fruits of captivity, the first fruits of slavery, and that's saith the scriptures. So with that, I'm gonna say all praise unto Yahweh Shai. Right, we're gonna watch attentively. Our time is nearly at hand. Okay, we're gonna watch attentively, and we're gonna hope that these things are hastened. All praise unto Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles of the great millstone. Honest you brothers to be pushing these truths in sincerity. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom.